Hiya, this is a who's coming towards you for my earth signs. So we're looking at Taurus, Virgo or Capricorn today. Let's have a look at what we've got. Sorry, I've hurt my finger, so I'm a bit cack-handed today, but we'll carry on regardless. Okay, so if this resonates with you, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. If it doesn't resonate with you, please do check your sun, moon and your rising and your Venus sign for more clarification. You can access that information on astrocaf.com. It's totally free. You can put in your date of birth and where you are born, and it will show you all the planetary placements of the day that you were born. Right, so the cards have already been pre-shuffled. I'm just putting my energy into them. We are going to use the Angel Answers by Radleigh Valentine just to pick out a card if you've got any burning questions. Also as well, if anyone is coming towards you, we're going to pick a spirit animal oracle card to try and find out a little bit more information. Also as well, I'm going to try and find a bit of a timing card as well, because the other two air and water that I've already put out, I've managed to get a timing card. So obviously time is fluid, but just trying to give you an idea of what I'm picking up really. So let's have a look. One more shuffle. Right, earth signs, let's get into you. Right, who's coming towards you? Right, I don't take reversals on the first 5 cards. So we've got the 5 of Wands. We've got the Page of Cups. We've got the 2 of Swords. We've got the 2 of Cups. And we've got the Queen of Wands. Right, so who's coming towards you? First of all, I'm picking up on the 5 of Wands is my bickering card. Okay, so I do feel like this person, now this is not going to be for everyone, but this person, I feel that you already know. Okay, you've had either a past relationship with this person, or you've had a friendship that you've been in the past. There's been a little bit of bickering backwards and forwards. I'm actually hearing, you know, when you love to hate someone, yeah? So I do feel like this is a person that may be returning. Okay, but we will get into it. Obviously, everyone's got free will. If you don't want to even think about someone from your past, then this might not be the message for you, okay? Right, so let's clarify the 5 of Wands. Please clarify the 5 of Wands. Five of Pentacles. Okay, but it's in the reverse. So the 5 of Pentacles is usually feeling left out in the cold. Okay, so once upon a time, there may have been a misunderstanding or arguments between you two. I don't think that it was any cheating or anything like that. I don't think it was anything that bad. I do pick up on a vibe of life wasn't just lining up with that person. So the 5 of Wands in the 5 of Pentacles in reverse does actually seem to me that you have almost been ignoring this person. that you have had a little bit of a past connection with. Okay, but being it in reverse, I do feel like you are starting to open up with the idea of letting them back in. Yeah, I do feel like you are starting, there will be, I feel, a little bit of an offering. With the Page of Cups, I do feel like there will be a little bit of a reach out. By that, I mean there might be some kind of, what do you call it? There might be some kind of a little bit of an offering. You know, this Page of Cups is offering a cup of love. Okay, so it's nothing too heavy. I think this person may actually come back in and just test the water slightly. Okay, it might be you doing that, or it might be them doing that. But I do feel like that they are the one that possibly are reaching out to you. Okay, because I do feel like that whatever was the bickering was about, they don't like being left out in the cold. You're ignoring them, or you have been, or you are at the moment. There's been an element of ignoring, okay, after a little bit of a fallout. And this person doesn't like that you're not speaking to them. They feel like they haven't got your energy anymore. Okay, so as I say, the Page of Cups is a little offering, something where they're just testing the water. It's almost like a little knock at the door, or you know, a little, might be a text message, or however they approach you. I do feel like there is going to be an element of surprise on this. Okay, I don't think that you're expecting it. So let's clarify the Page of Cups. Please clarify the Page of Cups. And it does look like that they actually want to start afresh. Okay, I am actually hearing the conversation of not so many words, but can we start again? You know, they're thinking, I don't like being left out in the cold. The arguments were silly. They were bickering. Yeah, so I don't think that it was anything major. It was just your lives weren't aligning at that time. As I say, if it was they've cheated, and that's not this reading, okay? This is regarding, as I say, a little tiny, not a tiny, I mean, it hurt, yeah, it was squabbling, it was backwards and forwards, but just the puzzle piece just didn't fit, okay? But when a puzzle piece doesn't fit, you try another area. Yeah, you try another angle. This person isn't giving up, okay? So yeah, they're offering to you as secretly in their mind, they want to build a new foundation. The Three of Pentacles is building a new foundation, okay? And they are going to be stepping forward in the hopes that this will transpire. Okay, so the next card we've got is the Two of Swords. Now, someone coming back from the past, you are going to be indecisive. This is, I've got no idea what to do, so I'm just going to do nothing at the moment, okay? Yes, I want to talk to them. Yes, you'll send a text message or an email or whatever back. You're not going to ignore this person, but I think regarding the Cup of Love, you are going to be very wary, because obviously you don't want the bickering. You don't want that back. You know, if we can be on the level playing field, then happy days. But other than that, it's, you know, and I think you're going to tell them that. With the Page of Swords is a little bit of light-hearted communication. Okay, so I do think that you are going to respond back, but I think you're going to take it really one step at a time. You really are going to just inch forward. I do feel like this person possibly made you feel like they were playing mind games. I'm hearing mind games. 1 minute they would be not all over you, but when you was with them, they were all about you. And as soon as they left, it was almost like hard to get in touch with them. You know, it's like, are we dating? Are we not? Are we a thing or are we not? There was never any clear communication. Okay, and I do think that you are treading very, very carefully. But the Two of Cups, you feel that connection. Okay, there is that divine connection between you two. See at the bottom of the deck, High Priestess. I'm going to take that. Use your intuition. Okay, it's whatever your gut is telling you, and I do feel like that's where the Two of Swords comes in, because your gut is telling you, they are my Two of Cups, but I don't want to go through that again. I don't want to go through the bickering, because even the bickering was a real heartache. I do feel like you may have come back together a couple of times, but nothing overly serious has happened between you two, because your lives just didn't line up. You didn't gel at that time. Too many things were going on. I do feel like maybe one of you had just split up from a relationship from someone else. And I think a bit of time has gone past since then. And maybe it's the time for this person to come back around. Okay, so the Two of Cups. Let's clarify the Two of Cups. Six of Pentacles, yeah. I do feel like there was an element of breadcrumbing. As I said, 1 minute they were all over you and the next minute it's really difficult to even get in touch with them, or if you phoned them, it seemed like they didn't even want to talk to you. But when they were standing in front of you, it was all about you. So the Six of Pentacles is the uneven balance. It's almost like you were these people down the bottom holding your hand out for a little tiny bit of acknowledgement from them, because they were so busy and they were almost very much self-absorbed. They wanted to spread their time over everyone, and they knew that there was that connection with you. And excuse my language, they effed it up, because you weren't going to deal with the breadcrumbing anymore. And that's why I feel that you're really apprehensive about this person coming back into your life. But you are going to have that conversation with them. I don't know about how deep you're going to go with that breadcrumbing conversation, but you're going to keep it light to start off with, just to see where this is going to go, or if it's going to start up again, or if we're going to revert back to the Six of Pentacles, because you're not having that. Okay? Right, and I do feel like with the Queen of Wands, male or female, it doesn't matter. I do feel like for some reason, I'm really feeling that I'm talking about a fire sign. With the Queen of Wands, male or female, it doesn't matter. They're coming at you with a softer side. Okay, the feminine energy of passion. I think they realised that how they've treated you in the past was not what you wanted. Obviously, no one's going to want that. But I do feel like that they've woken up a bit. And instead of being quite brash, I do feel like they are missing their soulmate. They're actually missing the one that they can't stop thinking about. Okay, and with the Queen of Wands, it's, as I say, it's the feminine side, it's the softer side of passion. Okay, so male or female, it doesn't matter. It's the softer side. Yeah. Yeah. Right, please clarify the Queen of Wands. Three of Wands. Now, my earth signs. Have you been waiting for this to happen? Because with the Three of Wands, you're waiting for your ships to come in, okay? And I'm always drawn to the seagull. Now, the seagulls are only around when there's land around, when there's land nearby, yeah? You wouldn't see a ship with a seagull around it smack bang in the middle of the Indian Ocean or the Pacific or the Atlantic, would you? It's always near a few miles off of the shoreline, okay? So in a way of using your intuition, you actually expected this person to come back because of the mad connection that you two had in the beginning. Okay, it's almost like you couldn't stop thinking about them either. Okay, right, let's have a look at an angel card. Right, so if you have a question in mind, okay, I want you to think about that question now. I'm just putting my energy into them. Right, so think about that question now. Just going to move those out of the way. All right. Romance. Okay, so it does look like things are actually starting up again. Okay, and I do, not that someone changes automatically, I do feel like the last time that you probably saw this person was quite a while ago. Okay, you may have kept in touch off and on, you know, the sporadic text message, but I do feel like things are starting to pick up, and I do feel like it's going to be different this time. Okay, different how, that is all to do with free will, how they act towards you and how you respond. But I do feel like it's possibly going to go a little bit further than it did last time. Okay, right, so now let's try, if you have a few people that you're not sure, okay, let's try and find more clarification about this person. The Elephant. Okay, what I'm getting from that is this person made you feel safe. Okay, now this person is a big character but doesn't need to throw his weight around. Okay, he's a big character, or he or she, they are a big character in their own right. Okay, I don't mean big as in 9 foot tall, I mean their personality. Okay, but they're very sweet and gentle. the other side to them. They're very sweet and gentle. They don't use, they don't use brute force with you. They might be into very much, maybe like a labouring job. Very much, it can be something to do with heaviness. Either they have a lot of work commitments, so it's very heavy on their shoulders, or they actually carry things around. They're very strong, okay, but they're very strong, but they are very gentle, and they don't forget. Okay, they don't forget. As like the elephant, they've learned, it says learned from the past. Okay, so learn from the past. They're actually learning from their past mistakes. Okay, they're learning, as I say, they're learning from their past mistakes. And one of their biggest mistakes, I feel, is letting you go. Okay, not treating you with the respect and the attention that you deserved. Okay, and I do feel like that was, funny enough, due to a lot of lack of confidence. Even though that they possibly ooze confidence when you see them or when they're with their friends, but I feel that there may have been a lack of confidence when it comes to relationships. Okay. Yeah, that's all I'm getting from the elephant spirit. I will quickly read you, just before we go, from the actual book. Okay, right. Elephant spirit. Although we often wish we could leave the past behind, the elephant spirit reminds us that that memories matter. We must respect the wisdom of the elders, who hand down us traditions that have shaped to express our connection to each other and respect for the community. What has come before informs that we are experiencing today, and we must never forget our legacy of strength and dignity. Elephant spirit appears with the message that we are to acknowledge that which we came before and learnt from. Okay, all of the memory-based creatures, and they must revisit the past to understand where they are and where they're going. Okay, so I do feel like that they've had a lot of soul-searching moments. Okay, also as well, with the elephant, they like to be in a herd. Okay, so I do feel like that their time with their family and their friends is actually very important to them. Yeah, to make them feel safe. So this person does like people around, but also as well, it does like spending time alone, but he feels safe and secure when he's got his family or his friends. I keep saying he, I don't know why, it could be a she, but yeah. Okay, earth signs, that's what I've got for you. Sorry, I'm going to quickly do a timing card. Let's see. This might have already happened. This is happening soon. Or what are we... Oh, there we go. The Nine of Wands. Oh, I can't even think at the moment. Sorry, Nine of Swords. Let's have a look. At the timing. This is sorry, my other phone's ringing. Bear with. Sorry. Right, swords are weeks. And 9 weeks. Yeah. Yeah, I am feeling... What is 9 weeks? Where are we? I'm actually feeling around about November time. I think this is when you're actually going to meet up. Yeah. I do actually feel like it's obviously going to be about November time, or from whenever you're watching this. I do feel about 9 weeks-ish. You're going to talk to him before that quite a bit. It's going to keep going, but I do feel like they are going to have the encouragement, and I do think that they're going to ask you out on a date again. Yeah. And it will be a nighttime date. But I'm really focused on the bed. So if there is steamy energy between you two, be careful, okay? Things could blossom quite quickly. Okay. Right, so that's what I've got for you, my earth signs. And I'll love you and leave you. And I will see you soon. Bye.